It's really terrible lighting in here. Super yellow, but you get what you get. Hey guys, so here's what's up. You know those days where it just seems like nothing can go right? And just like awful just keeps happening, like second after second. That's been my whole week. It's Thursday today and I haven't picked up the camera yet this week. So I thought that I'd just sit down. This might be the only clip that you get this week. We'll see. It's been a rough week, I'll be honest. So you guys saw that clip of Sunday, how it was like a little stressful. Well, things have just gotten progressively more stressful. Not progressively, but just they've stayed stressful. Sunday was a crazy day. I woke up to 3 beds needing shampooed because they got peed in. Our cat somehow got locked in the car overnight, and so there was poop in the car. Maylee and Jackson got in a fight, and they decided to use a bottle of maple syrup as a weapon. Let's just say plastic doesn't hold up very well when you're swinging it around really hard, so there was maple syrup everywhere, and one of the 2-year-olds played in it. We couldn't find any shoes, like at all. Like 2 of my kids went to church without any shoes. And I mean, it was just like that all morning. There was a bunch of other stuff too. It was just a crazy morning. And I mean, I try and stay really positive through those moments, and I try and keep a smile on my face, but I'll be honest, like I was having some anxiety. I was pretty stressed. Church went really well, surprisingly. They all sat through church really well. The 4-year-old said that she has never been to church. She had no idea who Jesus was, had never heard of the Bible, doesn't know who God is, which is, I mean, usually the kids who come into care, if they're old enough to talk, they at least know who he is, even if they have never been to church. But no, she has no exposure whatsoever. I mean, even words like obedient and respect or honesty, like those are words that she's like, what's that? And I'm like, you have to be honest. And she's like, what's that? I was like, you have to tell the truth. What's that? So it's been, yeah, it's been hard. We're starting at like ground zero here with this one. So then the rest of the week has just been, I mean, it's just been stressful just because it's constant correction. I don't like to be negative all the time, but when you are just constantly correcting a child, or 4 children, because I have Brightly plus our 3 fosters that were all just having a off week, I guess you could call it. So constantly correcting 4 children, it just feels like the only thing that I'm dishing out is negative. And I tried really hard to bring in the positive, you know, to play games with them, do some puzzles, sit down and color, play with Play-Doh, those kinds of things, or invite them to come and cook with me, or do, you know, things that they love to do. But it seems like even when I'm doing that, there's still 1 or 2 of them that are off doing something naughty. And it's been really rough. So the 2-year-olds, they have obviously never been told no. I'm pretty sure that they were stuck in front of a TV their whole life. They just don't even know how to, they don't know how to communicate. They don't speak more than like maybe 2 or 3 words. And they're 2.5. And they don't speak more than 2 or 3 words. They have their own little language and they jibber jabber back and forth, but to communicate, they won't. I tried to help one of them to learn signs. One of them is a little bit more willing, and she will attempt to do sign language. And so we're communicating that way. But the other one, if you even like, if you say please, she throws herself on the floor and screams her head off to the point where nobody can hear anything, just because you're like, say please. Like, you don't touch her, you don't do anything, just asking her, requesting that she says please is enough to trigger her tantrum. So that's fun. The other one, she still has tantrums too, but it's more like if she wants me to hold her and I'm like in the middle of cooking or something and I say just 1 minute, she'll have a tantrum because I can't pick her up right then, or if somebody takes a toy from her. So that's more like typical toddler stuff. And you know, there's just little behaviors here and there that I'm trying to correct, like just learning to wash your hands after you use the potty or flush the toilet, or learning how to wipe properly. I'm pretty sure they've never brushed their teeth. Every time that you brush, their gums bleed and bleed and bleed. Like, they have sensitive gums, and I don't think that they've ever been brushed. And like, they act like they've never been brushed either. They're like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to stick that in my mouth? We're learning basic hygiene. We're learning basic skills like manners and how to communicate, and anyways, it's been hard because it's constant teaching. I'm trying to do 4 years of child rearing in a matter of 2 weeks. So it's exhausting. It's disheartening. It's hard to just always be dealing with negative because I'm just always correcting and always getting tantrums in return. I try and stay positive, but you know, by the end of the day, I'm like, I feel defeated. I feel really exhausted, and I don't look forward to waking up tomorrow to do the same thing over again. Now I know that it gets easier. You know, I've done this before, and usually the first month is really hard. Month 2 is a little bit easier, but by the end of month 3, it's like we have got our groove down. We are a family. We get each other. So, but I'm 2 weeks into this, and I need to be 2 months into this for me to be at that peaceful point. So we'll just keep working on it, and hopefully we'll get there. I know that we will. It's just I'm in the trenches of it right now, and it's really difficult, and it makes me feel frazzled. I feel like I'm just putting fires out all around me, or like I'm spinning plates. Have you ever seen those plate spinners where they like spin one and then they have to run to the next and spin it, and they just have to keep running back and forth spinning all these plates in order to keep them all spinning on the stick? Maybe you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's a visual that I have in my head for you. Anyways, yeah, it's been a rough week. Pray for me. And today, Brightly had a temper tantrum, and I picked her up to like hold her and calm her down, and she decided to pee on me because she was having a temper tantrum and not getting her way, so she peed on me. That was awesome. And Brightly and the 4-year-old have discovered that they can do lots of naughty things together, and it's making me want to pull my hair out. So like, they stole a plate of cookies and ran and hid and ate them all together. And then they stole Jackson's Valentine's candy and ran and hid and ate it together. And then they were supposed to be picking up their toys that they were playing with, and instead they snuck outside and climbed over our fence of our backyard and were escaping. Oh, it was, yeah. And it's like that. That was just today, by the way. And that's not even the half of it. The first few months of foster care, children regress. My children regress. Foster children regress. So this 4-year-old who's been potty trained, the first week didn't wet the bed, now has wet the bed every night for the last 4 nights. So we bought her pull-ups. So anyways, that's fun too. And she doesn't get in trouble for it ever. I'm like, honey, if you wet the bed, just come and tell me and I'll help you to clean your sheets. And then the next night she wet the bed again. And so I was like, okay, we're just gonna wear a pull-up. And then I'm like, if you can have a dry pull-up in the morning, then you can get a candy. You know, I'm trying to make it a positive thing, and still she's like hiding it and ashamed of it, which I don't blame her. Like, I'm sure that she was punished for it at some point, but anyways, I'm rambling. This is, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I've been rambling for 9 minutes. Guys, I'm stressed. I'm frazzled. I'm trying so hard to keep it all together. I'm just being real with you. Like, this is really where I'm at. I feel so overwhelmed. I feel like yelling and screaming and crying all at the same time, and giving up and eating chocolate quietly in a closet somewhere. But I'm trying really hard to be patient and calm and sweet with the kids, because I know that it's scary to be in a new place. And that's really hard to do. It's really hard to do when inside you're like, you know that feeling, right? And then on top of that, do you guys want to hear what else is stressful? Here's more real life for you. Sorry for rambling so much today. This is gonna be a pain to edit. Then I get a call today that, so Maylee and I have a pearl business. You know, I started it to just for fun, something for Maylee and I to do together to bond, and also just because she is quite an entrepreneur. Well, I got a call today that apparently buying stuff and selling stuff, buying stuff wholesale and reselling it, God, it's complicated, and they don't write a book or write clear instructions on how to do it. So I got a call today that I applied for the wrong permit. I was supposed to apply for a certain type of permit, and I applied for a resale permit, and that was the wrong kind of permit in order to import what I'm trying to import. So I got a call today saying that I have to buy a different license, which is $100, and then I also have to pay penalty fines, and then I also have to pay $100 every time that I have a package imported. That's so much not fun. And because I am honest and I did apply for a resale license, you know, and a lot of people that I talk to, they're like, don't apply for it unless you sell so much, and don't. And a lot of people said that you didn't even need this license that I had, that they called me and told me that I had to get. because they said that most of the time customs won't check the packages. Well, I did try and get the right license. I just got the wrong one. Anyways, it's just a mess. So now I have to pay a bunch of fines and penalties and back pay, and it's a headache and a lot of money out of pocket, all to support my lovely daughter. But it's a learning opportunity. Both of us are learning how to run a business, and that it's much more complicated than you would think. And we also, you guys will be so proud of us, we got a booth at our local trade show, which should be fun. It's like once a month, the trade show is, and so Maylee and I are gonna go and do that together. I'm actually really looking forward to it. But anyways, yeah. So I got bad news from our business today that I have to pay a bunch of crap, and I got the wrong license. That was lots of legal crap that I had to deal with today, on top of all the crappiness of being a mom. You guys know what I mean. Sometimes being a mom is just crappy. So here's your daily dose of depression. Sorry about that. This was a very downer video. But this is real life. This is what my life is like right now. I'm just trying to keep a smile on my face while I feel like I'm drowning. I'm just trying to stay afloat. Just trying to stay afloat, guys. So leave me a happy comment about how wonderful your life is, or happy things for me to think about, so that I don't have to feel so sad. I'm not really sad. Here's the truth. I love these girls. They crack me up. Like, they are so funny, and they are so loving, and they love to give hugs and snuggles, but it's really hard when you have not been able to influence children that are in your home, and they're coming with all their baggage and all their bad behaviors that they have learned, and all of the terrible parenting or lack of parenting that they've been exposed to, and you're trying to just make something beautiful out of all of that load of crap. So sometimes it's messy, and sometimes it's not fun, but I love these girls, genuinely love them. Like, I already am just so attached to them. I love, 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 love them. So I know that it'll get better. I know that we will get there. I have 4 kids in the span of 2 years. So it's guaranteed to be stressful and busy and hard. And I'll get through it. And we'll end up on the other side, and life will be beautiful. It already is beautiful, but life will be beautiful and peaceful at some point. So anyways, okay, I've been talking for way too long. Thanks guys for watching. I really do appreciate you guys. Your comments just brighten my day and lift my spirit, and I just love having this creative outlet, a way to just get out there and communicate with people and kind of have a interesting, weird friendship life with you guys. Anyways, all right, have a blessed day. I love you all. Mwah. Bye.